All right, Tuesday, April 16th, the rundown. I've teamed up with DraftKings. This rundown is brought to you by DraftKings. New customers get up to $200 in Pick 6 credits. No stress if your first pick set loses. New pick set user, somebody who has not submitted a pick set before, no stress. First pick set up to $200 back in Pick 6 credits. If your first pick set loses, if your first pick set results in a loss, download the DraftKings Pick 6 app today. Use promo code RUNDOWN when signing up. RUNDOWN. Rundown.
Pick 6 app it's a great thing DraftKings does.
Yeah. All right, WNBA Draft last night. Caitlin Clark's getting paid like a fucking school teacher as the #1 pick.
She could have came here, $10 million.
Yeah.
You know, Dave offered it. You know, I'd be happy to coach her. Maybe she'd actually listen on like some of the other players. It'd be great.
It's funny though. We all knew this, that they don't get paid shit and it's bad. They should get paid a lot more. But like, also Caitlin Clark's gonna make so much.
I was gonna say
the #1 jersey at like Fanatics since like she beat out Trevor Lawrence in the first. Like that's insane. When Trevor Lawrence went
it's
#1, like. Obviously, that's insane that she's getting $338,000.
Yeah, I mean, it's it's not great, but it's livable in Indiana.
So there's two ways to look at it.
You can't live off that in New York.
Not in New York.
Not New York.
I know, but like that's.
But there's two ways to look at it. One is it doesn't really matter, right? Caitlin Clark has tons of endorsements. Like you said, jersey sales doesn't matter. But the real issue is other WNBA players.
Right.
Because she brings up that ceiling, right? So if she's making what she should be making, millions of dollars a year, then in theory, other WNBA players will make more too. So that's where hopefully, you know.
But she's the first overall pick.
Right. If you're like a third.
Imagine the girl that got drafted 15th.
Yeah.
I know.
Just in the first round.
Probably
lottery
making 60, 55.
Probably making like 55 grand, which this is also what she's doing, is like you just said, raising even more awareness and hatred towards the WNBA to make sure that these girls get paid more money.
Hatred?
Not hatred towards like the owners, like to not.
Oh, I see. Okay, all right.
To not give them the money. Yeah, not like towards the girls. I'm saying towards.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously, you know, there's obviously a huge disparity, and this is where we go back to, you know, Major League Baseball the unions, you know, and maybe I don't know if WNBA has a union or not. They need to negotiate a better starting salary for these players. But yeah, at the end of the day, look, Caitlin Clark's been amazing for the WNBA, and these players. We're going to look back at this in 10 years and be like, can you believe that people were making 76 grand a year?
Yeah. Well,
her shoe's probably going to be sweet, too.
What?
Her shoe's going to be sweet.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Of course. It's just funny, though, also. She just lost a championship, what was it, a week ago? And the draft already happened? It's insane.
I think they do that intentionally before.
Well, their season starts in May.
Right.
So it's happening soon.
LeBron says it doesn't make sense he didn't win Defensive Player, or he hasn't won Defensive Player of the Year.
Kind of.
So the year I finished second, the guy who won Defensive Player of the Year didn't even make first team all defense. That kind of makes sense. But of course, in LeBron fashion, he compared it to Beyonce never winning Best Album of the Year at the Grammys.
Spot the lie.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like that's LeBron says some crazy shit. It is funny that like LeBron's talking about anything that he hasn't won because he's won pretty much.
That's
everything.
the thing, right?
But
Has
it's
he really
like
never won Defensive Player of the Year ever?
No, because it's I don't know. No, he hasn't. But why the fuck would? Like sometimes why would he? Like give it to somebody else because he's won the MVP.
Yeah.
Technically, LeBron James could have won MVP for like 10 straight years.
Agreed.
But they're just not going to do that.
That's always how it goes.
Do you need everything? Do you need everything?
So who was it? 2022? What year was it? Sorry that he said it.
I don't know what year that was.
I don't think he's ever won it.
No, he's never won it. But he was saying that when he came in second, the guy didn't get first team defensive MVP, which is pretty. 2008, 2009.
Wait, 09. Go back to that last screen. 09 is Dwight Howard.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Dwight Howard won it
3 years in a row. And then also like hasn't like Rudy Gobert won it like.
Twice.
7 times? Yeah, 3 times.
Oh, that seems a little crazy. I don't know.
It's just an award. Who gives a shit? Like, good for them.
The thing.
Go.
Lonzo Mourning.
I mean, like Ken Griffey Jr. didn't win Rookie of the Year. You know, a reliever for the Orioles did.
Griffey didn't win Rookie of the Year?
No, Greg Olson did. A closer for the Orioles. Like, it's okay. Does it matter, really?
It does, though, in their eyes. It does. Yeah. It does. I'm not just saying.
Should it matter? Then maybe it's the better question. Like LeBron has everything else.
It's probably one thing he probably wants.
I get apparently
to get everything. His sentence does make sense though. The year like finishing second. No,
I don't think Kobe
kind of stink at defense.
Yeah, Kobe. Yeah.
The awards are, I mean, you can get bent out of shape with them, but ultimately it's like.
I mean, Jordan won. I think that's why he's saying it too.
Right. That's what.
That's the issue.
What it all comes down to. Professional squatters have taken over Gordon Ramsay's $13 million London restaurant. Gordon Ramsay is in the process of selling one of his central London pubs for an asking price of $13 million. Light work. A group of 6 squatters have infiltrated the pub, boarded up the windows, and posted a legal warning on the front door threatening legal action if anyone tries to convict them. That's fucking crazy. Like, if you want to just get in there, you can't put up a note that says.
Yeah, so
The squatters are, it's the Camden Art Cafe. Advertising the location of Camden Art Cafe. They have an Instagram account promoting their newly squatted space. They advertise the pub as a place for people to promote their art and open their doors to people in Camden who are victims of gentrification and parasitic projects.
So I have my algorithm on TikTok is squatters.
Really?
Why?
I have no idea why, but
This blog by Dante is incredible, by the way. Read this blog.
Have
You were doing weightlifting? How did you end up that way?
What?
How'd you get squatters? Weightlifting?
No, squatters are just the people living in it. So a bunch of this one guy I read a lot about into it.
They're like people like claiming it illegally, or like people in good shape?
Is this a bit?
You still doing it? Is this still going on with the bit?
No, go ahead.
How long do you think it's gonna last?
Till I get
20 minutes?
Yeah.
You're not gonna get.
just board it up. They just need a place to work out. You know what I mean?
So happy that makes you.
Imagine if he had squatters in his we'd be making jokes.
Oh
He would lose his
God.
fucking mind.
So yeah, the TikToks though.
Even thinking about it.
The TikToks were literally like.
Actually, it'd be like, good luck, Bo. You want to live there? Good luck. Drove me fucking insane.
Go
deal with those problems.
The law is like crazy right now, where it's like you just are allowed to like be in these people's houses. Like,
I mean, this is in England, I will say, but we having this issue in New York.
In New York, and the one I was in LA. There was literally this family was living there, and she was just this one person just would not leave, and she was eating there, living there, and she would call the cops on the people that own the house,
Crazy.
being like, "What are these people doing in my house? Like it's not," and the cops can't do anything. Well, it's insane.
The issue with New York is, so most...
Like the scene in Liar Liar when he's like a burglar came into the house, fell through the roof and twisted his ankle, and they sued the homeowner.
Yeah.
And then Jim Carrey's like, they got $5 million. And he's like, I would have got him 10.
The issue with New York is, so most states you have to be there like 7 years, or a long period of time to be a squatter. New York is like 2 months.
Jesus.
So if you're on like a long vacation, a long travel, whatever, and someone goes in there, they now have like some sort of right to that home, which is insane.
How do you think it would work if you try to squat Dave?
Bad.
Yes. Although I would
Don't do it.
Yes, don't. Yeah, I think squatting.
If I tried to squat him.
That'd be fun.
That would be yes.
You know what? You should do that. You should squat his place. Now that's funny. No, yeah, it's crazy though. It's crazy
Not enough of him, right? If I just move up there.
It's more fucked up that these people are like doing an Instagram account about it.
Yeah, that's the.
Like they're like taunting.
They're flagrant. Yeah, it's awful. Like I said, definitely read Dante's blog. It's very funny. It's very good. The squatting thing is insane. Can you imagine doing that? Can you imagine going to someone's house and be, oh, mine now? Like, what is wrong with it? Like, what is wrong with, and you know, this is like a 2024 thing too. I know squatting's been around forever, but I feel like
done it to your parents' house
I should have.
before they sold it.
I honestly should have. That would have been nice.
it's insane.
Make it a content house.
This is the world we live in, where this is a thing that's happening.
Can you do that? Can you do an inside job? Sorry. You know you're going to sell the house. You clean it out 3 months before. You hire fucking Donnie Damage and Paul Don't Nudge Me Bro, and a bunch of guys go in there, and now they're already in there. And when these people show up on the closing date, they're like, well, what the fuck is this?
Yeah,
and
no,
the squatter's already there. And you
there's
pretend like, yeah, we don't know him, we don't know him.
Some loopholes stuff like that, yeah.
What? Gotta be, right?
I just kind of like that idea.
Nobody's
I'll be
checking the house when it's like, and now Paul Don't Nudge Me Bro has a brand new house.
Yeah, I feel like you can just have a team of people that like go on like when people are doing open houses, and you just stay there.
What about Yeah.
Like, can you just, if there's a big place, can you like hide in a closet for 2 months and then pop out and be like, hey, I've been here?
Hypothetically,
I don't know. Document it?
I've known somebody, John. I've hypothetically have known somebody that has a very ginormous house, and someone was living in their house for 2 months, had no idea.
One person.
That's how big that.
This went to court in New York. That's proof.
Yeah.
One person had a Starbucks receipt at the Starbucks around the corner and was like, "See, I've been here the whole time. Like, this is what we're doing. This is what we've become. It is so infuriating."
I'm just not sure how you can't be like, hey, you can't. We make a law.
Yeah, like we're laughing.
Don't do that.
It's
awful.
Like, we're trying to make funny because that's what we do here. But like,
it makes it even more difficult.
Shouldn't there just be a law? Like,
shit.
I know. Well, that's what's happening. It's a lot of these rental properties in New York, especially. It's awful.
Brutal.
The idea that someone does it. If you're like, I just want to know what's in their head.
I would love to actually interview
Nothing.
some of them.
You know what I'm saying?
What's in their head is how they get
They get
in it, how they get by.
Yeah.
What they can do.
Yeah, you're right.
Crazy. All right, Factor. Second half of the rundown brought to you by Factor. Eat stress-free this spring with Factor's delicious, ready-to-eat meals. Every fresh, never frozen meal is handcrafted, chef-crafted, dietitian-approved, and ready to eat in just 2 minutes. Choose from a weekly menu of 35 options, including popular options like Calorie Smart, Keto, Protein Plus, or Vegan and Veggie. Also, discover more than 60 add-ons every week, like breakfast on the go, lunch, snacks, and beverage to help you stay fueled and feel good all day long. What are you waiting for? Get started today and fuel up for your springtime goals. Get chef-prepared meals in the table in 2 minutes with Factor's ready-to-eat meals so you can get back to doing what you love this spring. Looking for gourmet meals? Try meals that feature premium ingredients like filet mignon, shrimp, truffle butter, broccolini, and asparagus. Tailor to your schedule, customize your weekly meals with flexibility to get as much as or as little as you need. Pause or reschedule deliveries to suit your lifestyle. We're celebrating Earth Day all month, so look out for the Earth Month Eats badge on the menu for the lowest carbon footprint meals. Head to factormeals.com/rundown50 and use code rundown50 to get 50% off. That's code rundown50 at factormeals.com/rundown50 to get 50% off. All right, second half of the rundown, Brock Purdy saved a reporter from a coyote. Now that looks a little bit more interesting than what actually happened. You saw this. You kind of added this right before. What exactly did he do? He just yelled coyote?
At first, only thing I saw a tweet was Brock Purdy saved reporter from coyote. I was like, did this guy just like wrestle?
Big headline.
Yeah.
Big headline.
Coyote or something like a coyote's
crazy.
dangerous.
Sounds like a very exciting story.
Yeah, if any, by the way, look up honey badgers against coyotes. Honey badger wins every time.
Oh,
So
no.
really,
Don't look at that. That's not.
but you'd be like Brock Purdy. So I'm like, all right. So we looked into it. We watched the video right before, and it was a reporter on NBC, CBS. A CBS reporter was walking her dog, and all she saw Brock Purdy, and Brock Purdy just yelled, "Coyote."
Did he actually see a coyote?
Yeah, he saw the coyote. He yelled "Coyote," and I'm pretty sure she just walked away. Is that a hero? Like, listen, I'm glad he said it, but it saved a reporter. If she saved a reporter, it's like getting a coyote in a headlock and fucking
tackling him down.
Like shoving her out of the way. A coyote coming. Hey, coyote! That's like yelling fucking 4 in golf. 4.
Technically, you saved him, but yeah, it's loosely. Yeah, it would have been a lot cooler if he like wrestled her away.
If next time I'm playing golf, I'm gonna make reports being like Marty Mush saved golfer in front of him because he yelled 4. They know the golf's coming.
Yeah, it's a sexy headline. You know why they write the headline.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
I love it. I also love that if I'm Brock Purdy, I'm going around telling everyone I'm a hero.
Yeah.
It's nothing against him. It's just funny the way he just yelled coyote.
Smart guy.
He basically it's could have been a guy with Tourette's being like, hey, coyote. I don't know. It's just a guy there.
Smart guy. O.J. Simpson dead. White Bronco.
That's all you got? That's all you got?
Off of that?
Yeah.
No, it was a great headline, and like, yeah, you made a good point. Like,
You agree?
He loosely saved her.
You would tell people you saved her.
Oh, God.
Yeah, but he like loosely saved her. He loosely saved her.
But maybe if he wasn't there, that coyote would have kept stalking them.
Right.
All of a sudden, the coyote gets the reporter's dog.
You ever see the video?
Once he's yelling, and then you look around.
I think I blogged
do the coyote
I
stop?
blogged it. The bear stalking a family on a trail. You ever see that one?
I don't like that.
Oh.
Bears scare me.
Here's a turtle. It's so fast. They're so fast.
They're ginormous.
It's just stalking them, and it's like.
You ever see a bear in real life? Like in New Hampshire, we had a bear go out like out of trash. It was so big. They are so scary.
Throwing out trash is a little scary.
Trash is scary.
It is.
Yeah.
O.J. Simpson's dead. His white Bronco is for sale, $1.5 million. Current owners of
Who the fuck wants that?
what?
You would want that?
It'd be kind of hilarious to have.
The Bronco? Oh, it'd be sick.
Yeah, I mean, it's a conversation point.
Because it's
I
only,
guess, but it's also.
Imagine someone gets in your car and you're
I
like,
don't know
you know
how
what?
This is OJ's. I don't think I'd like that. No.
I don't know how many more times we could flip it. I think this is the now big flip.
Last time.
Last time.
Well, that's why the guy's doubled his price.
Said they were waiting till he
Plus, it's the 30th anniversary of it.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's like I don't feel bad like making money off someone's death because he was a piece of shit, but like that's just still. Imagine being like picking up someone on a date. You know, this guy's from.
But that's like a pretty interesting story.
Seems like an out of order skit. Like collector's items from
Yes.
bad people.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you're a big Ohio State fan? Yeah, you know where I got this shirt?
Did you ever?
Casey Anthony.
Did you ever see Two Bears, One Cave? Tom Segura and Bert Kreischer?
No.
Tom gave him. They gave each other crazy gifts. He just gave Bert Kreischer Hitler's teacup.
Jesus Christ.
And it was like insane that that's even a thing being sold or collective. And it's like.
Surprised Darren Rovell didn't already have this.
Yeah. He's
true.
probably dying for it. The current owners of OJ's infamous white Bronco are now selling the car for $1.5 million following OJ's death. The last offer they received was $750K, so they doubled the price. The owners hope, in other OJ news, OJ Simpson allegedly made the family who was around him at the time of his death sign a non-disclosure agreement. That's fucking crazy. That's the craziest part of all.
So there's rumors that he had him sign that. Did he confess on his deathbed?
Probably, yeah.
Well, there's an NDA, so I don't know.
Is that
why? Is that why he's having people sign because he wanted to confess?
There wasn't
Probably.
a nurse around, like changing. If I was a nurse, I'd be changing the other bag in the room, being like,
I mean, it's
You didn't make
probably
me
he was
sign
probably
shit.
like, "Hey guys, I did it." And their kids were probably like, "Yeah, Dad, we knew." You know, like it was probably like, "Yeah, I think the whole world knows you did it."
It was their mom. A couple of the kids, not all of them, but a couple of kids, it was their mom.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Probably, yeah.
we were telling Tate about it. Tate is one of those. He's too young. He doesn't really know about it. I still think it's not funny, but the call. You might be young enough. When Al Cowlings calls and he's like, "I'm with them. You got to back off the cops. Like you got to calm down. Like," and they're like, "Who's this, sir?" He's like, "You know who it is? God damn it!" He's like, "Who the fuck else would be calling?"
What year was it when he was like in the driveway and shit?
94.
94.
Oh, so when I was born. Yeah.
Disrupted the finals.
Did you guys like remember it?
Oh, it
As
was.
a little kid, I remember enough that it was going on.
I remember it was yesterday. It was insane.
Yeah.
It was the craziest thing in the world because he was also missing for 2 days before that. So like, where
They
is
let him go
OJ?
to Chicago, if you can imagine that. He was in, God knows what he did in Chicago.
But
what did he do in Chicago?
Well, he got out of town.
Yeah.
He killed her.
So was
Killed her and Ron Goldman.
Was it like live on the news or something?
Oh, the chase?
No,
Yeah.
like him in the driveway and shit.
Yes.
Yeah, the whole thing.
The whole thing, and then Howard Stern prank caller got in.
Famous, yeah.
And Al Michaels had to be like, this is a fake call. Peter Jennings
Michaels
believed
had to call
it.
it. Yeah, that
it
was
was the wildest thing.
He's like, I see OJ. He's like, I'm a neighbor. I see OJ.
Imagine
and a Baba Booey to you.
Yeah. And Al Michaels like, that's a farcical call, Peter.
Social media was around during that too.
It was, and then the whole time, you know,
Imagine Quiggs. Quiggs would have needed 9 screens.
you're hearing rumors that he had a gun to his head. So you're like, are we all gonna watch OJ blow his brains out on like TV? It was crazy. It was
They had the finals going in the fucking corner.
in the corner. Yeah, it was a split screen. The finals were on the little TV.
Finals
Yeah.
were this big.
And the Knicks.
And NBA finals.
The Knicks were in the finals.
Didn't one more crazy thing happen that day? Wasn't there like an?
It was ESPN.
And I asked
30
that
on
though.
that.
Looking back, Marty's gonna get mad. If you're NBC, the entire world has that on other channels. Don't you just accept the fact that you're gonna lose the viewers with that, and if people want to watch, you go there and you keep the finals on full screen? Because you're the only ones with that.
I guess. I mean, at that point, though, I cannot emphasize enough how much the whole nation only cared about OJ. At that point. It was.
The documentary. Yeah, I guess.
No one loves TV ratings more than
Nobody.
Bosco.
The documentary.
I love
he
that stuff.
does
June
it
17th,
every-
1994 was 30th anniversary is coming up.
Yep.
The fucking
date was
that documentary was
June 17th.
amazing. There was a lot that went on in sports
3
that day.
months old.
Arnold Palmer played his last round at the U.S. Open. The Griffey father and son homered, I'm pretty sure.
No, that did not happen. He was retired by then.
So then what happened then? Griffey was the first guy to reach 30
That might
in the
have been it.
All-Star
Yes.
break.
Yeah, that might have been
Something like that.
something like
Griffey
that.
was involved in that.
Yep.
The World Cup debuted.
The Rangers won the.
Rangers parade was that day.
Yes.
Rangers parade that day, and the Knicks in the finals. And you have OJ.
Great documentary. OJ made
And
in
they
America.
don't do any talking heads. They don't cut away to like Peter Jennings.
That's
and be like,
great.
what was your thought? They just laid it out
The whole day.
They show like a montage. You ever watch it?
Yeah.
They show the montage, and it's unbelievable. It's worth it. It's one of my favorite.
Lots of documentaries.
And they show what leading up to it. They show like June 4th, June 5th, June 6th, June 15th, 16th, whatever. And they're like, all right, here we go. And this is the 17th. And they lay it out like 8 a.m. all the way to the end.
And us kids were out of school. So everyone was watching it. Great documentary though, OJ Made in America. It's a 7-hour documentary. I know it sounds like a lot. It is incredible. I think it won the best documentary at the Oscars. ESPN, it's the best thing ESPN's ever done. Definitely check that out. It's fantastic. But the OJ stuff, as a kid who grew up then, it is the wildest story I've ever seen.
Crazy.
After
show. First off, we have the shirts for sale. Unfortunately, there's a second issue upstate. I know it's around Syracuse, but it leaves behind 3 kids, from what I'm told, 7, 5, and 3.
Fucking awful.
Horrible. So stand by the cops. Every proceed, Dave's gonna match it, whatever's sold, which he doesn't have to do, but he always does. So again, just a horrific tragedy. So those shirts are for sale. So the proceeds go to the family of Lieutenant Michael Husak. From what I'm told, leaves behind 3 kids, wife. Horrible tragedy. Dave's gonna match it. It's the best thing we do. It's also the worst thing we do. We shouldn't. I stand by that. It's the best thing we do, and it's the worst thing we do, because unfortunately stuff like this happens.
It should never
happen. That's the reason why it's the worst thing we do.
It should be something we never have to do.
Agreed.
But we are Dave is the best with this stuff.
And it's right on the heels of, you got the FD-PD game on
People don't realize how much this means, though. It's like, you don't get, it's...
Jet Ski had that incredible story.
Yeah, Jet Ski's blog.
His personal story was...
You don't realize how much it means to the family to help. It's awful. Nothing helps them after that, but money does help, because it has a lot of things go into it.
Jet Ski said it was the difference, people helping him was the difference between him going to maybe a community college and him going to a good university. Yeah. Just because you lose your dad. I lost my dad young. You lose your dad, and it's really hard to pick up the pieces. And I can't. And my dad was sick, so we knew for a long time. I cannot imagine what this family's going through. It's devastating. It's so sad.
The other thing is, all this guy did was go to fucking work. Imagine that.
Can you imagine? Yeah. Oh.
It was working.
Yeah. So it's crazy. Rough and Rowdy Friday. You got the PD game on Saturday. So go check those out. BuyOnR.com. You got a big boy fight as the headline. They'll be in West Virginia. And
6'9", 400-pound man against a 6'4", 300-pound man.
It's also just buy it because it's the best thing to do. With
you always get something you don't expect. Yeah. So.
Yeah. Always the thing.
And then the PD game is.
These guys, the production guys are saying this is going to be one of the wildest ones yet, because I guess it's all these new fighters who are crazy. I guess these people are nuts.
Yeah.
All right. So we're all in. So big weekend ahead. Go buy a shirt, and that's the rundown.
Wait.
Well, I thought you want to do basketball?
No, we got to do a little bit. Hubs, can you come here? Anyone else on the team over there? We got to talk.
Sure.
Real fast, because we got to get this on camera. So real quick, the Barstool basketball team is Tommy?
I wasn't here. Just went to do his video.
Oh, okay.
Or the meeting, so.
True.
You are correct.
He's still part of the staff.
Yeah, so Barstool basketball is happening. The video's going to be coming out like towards the end of the season, one by one, of all the games. And if you watched last season was very good. This one's going to be way better, because let me tell you something. At the moment, we are 3-0-1. The vibes have never been lower and lower. And I sat there last night after the game. I said, I've been here for 6 years. It's the first time in my life that I've been confused of what's actually happening in real life or content. First time ever. I have no idea what's going on.
And amazingly, I have caused 0 issues.
Yes. You know what? Yes.
Actually, everyone
you've helped make
if you had
things
to guess,
better.
it would be like it's Bosco.
Everyone here has caused no issues. This is kind of the ironic thing. It's like the people here.
So name the people right now have caused issues. It's gonna be on the document.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's like half the team. Last night it was Dana. Dana was a disaster last night.
He really is terrible from the line. I love it.
No, it's not about the play. It's not about the play. I don't care.
It goes so high.
It's very strange. He's very bad at free throws. Jenks was trying to get a coup earlier in the year.
Jenks said a very nice thing to you last night.
And I apologize. I was wrong.
I was wrong. Ripped his throat
and
then you said never speak
There are times where I'm like, Chris, are we going
crazy?
Okay,
you want to go man or zone, and you look at me like I'm trying to dissect a fucking rocket.
Okay, all right, let's stop. Shut the fuck up, everyone. So first off,
you're gonna lose an ally.
I apologize to Jenks. I was wrong for that. I sent him a text last night. I apologize. That was the only thing last night or yesterday I regret.
And this is men's league.
So here's the thing: you have two groups of people. You have, I think you have some people that want happy fun time and want to do crazy wacky bits, and then you have a group of people that want to win. I'm on the group of people that want. I want to win. That's all. I think what's interesting about this is also like a content philosophy issue, where I believe the best content is real and truth. And I think trying to force bits makes for lousy content. I believe in the product we put out last time, and it was all real. And last season was great. It was a dream. It was a delight. This season we're having that, and I'm sure it'd be interesting to watch. There's a conflict, and I think it's interesting. This is a miserable experience. I'm 3-0. Ken Jack filled in with a depleted roster. We tied, but like. So basically,
you're not putting the tie on your record.
We could put. I mean, whatever. It's whatever.
No. He shouldn't have the tie.
I mean,
coach, but we also
when Luke Walton took over the Warriors or Lakers.
I love that.
Okay, so I put in a system that works. We ideally don't shoot threes. We did yesterday. Went 0 for 5, 0 for 6. I don't know, but people do what they want to do.
That's not a lot compared to what we've done in other games.
2 for 17 the game before that.
Much less.
You think you'd learn? Maybe we shouldn't do this because we suck at it.
You have to take some threes.
Why?
You got to keep them honest.
Because then they will
Name a three. Name a three.
That's just how basketball works.
And I want to shoot a
open
three.
threes, you take some threes.
Name a three that was a bad.
We missed them.
Name a three that was a bad shot yesterday, though.
The 6 that didn't go in because
You got mad that Billy took a foul line wide open jumper. That's a fine shot.
I
saw your reaction.
Billy's got so much. Billy's got so much.
Can I say something?
Actually, you know what pissed me off? Billy should just drive in. He's twice as big as everybody else there.
Can I say a fair thing?
Yes.
Okay, so you just said that your main objective is you think the best content is winning, right?
No, the best content is truth.
The best content, truth, and trying to win the games.
No, the best content is truth. I believe you get there by trying to win.
Okay, so whatever. Your problem with Dana yesterday had to do with X's and O's of the basketball game. Dana's trying to win.
Did not at all.
I witnessed it.
No, my issue with Dana was that he took a play off. Everyone ran down the court except for him on defense, and I bench. It was crazy. We have a 40-minute running clock, and he's sitting there pouting.
But Dana's response to you was something along the lines of, "You have no concept or grasp of the game of basketball."
Which
you guys are arguing.
I'm also like, okay,
but that's not like bits.
He's not because if we had you guys
know that you have to make decisions. If I say man or zone,
hang on a second, one thing at a time. Now you're firing 9 things at me. If we had your way, where we're just chucking up shots, we wouldn't be 3-0. So obviously, I put in a system that works. I think I do a pretty good. Okay, another thing with Dana yesterday. So here's a perfect example of why I cannot wait for this season to be fucking over and I don't have to do this anymore. Is that 17 seconds left. We're up by 3. You had a guy really in lockdown in defense. You even kidding me? You said, "Hey, I really got this guy. I can keep him in mind." You don't ever say that. So I just
sucked, by the way.
Okay, well,
as a human,
I hate that.
Making shots.
Yeah.
So
sucked.
Other people.
Right.
Yeah.
And I watched it. You were absolutely right. So with 17 seconds left, because we're going to put now on defense, I took Jetski out, who's very good, but I thought you were a better matchup. Dana says after I do that, "Hey, for what it's worth, Jetski's one of our best defenders." So that completely rips my balls out, and then on top of it, it's shitty to say in front of Hubs. And you know what happened? Hubs almost had a steal that completely changed the last 17 seconds. We win the game.
Yeah, it disrupted the play.
You absolutely did. Yeah. But so you say I don't know anything about basketball. Well,
I didn't say that.
You just did.
No, I said you
did.
Refused to make.
It's unfucking real.
I didn't say you didn't know anything about it.
I made a decision there.
Dana.
There's been a million other times where I'm like, Chris, you want to run something here? You want to use?
Yeah, Rico, you know the X's and O's of basketballs.
I never yell.
You never yell.
But at the end of the game, when I go, you want to go man, you want to go zone, and you don't say
amazing
a word.
You have material.
Yeah.
Because I know what I'm talking about with that guy.
He is.
I think that guy likes him.
You know what? The T's gonna come in the playoffs.
You will actually him a lot, and he is going to tee you up eventually.
I didn't say a word to him last night.
That's so nuts. I yelled
before our game.
Stop.
Listen,
don't start with a team.
Yeah, they don't. People are.
He wasn't running.
Listen, people don't understand what you guys are talking about.
No, but here's the thing. I think a big thing that Klemmer brings up, which is true, is that half of you guys do run the bit thing, and then the second the game gets contentious, people get in your face or you get competitive, you drop the bit thing, and now you're competitive and want to win. And that fucks over Klemmer's entire strategy. Fucks over everyone.
Can't have it both ways.
I'll say this, though. You have to know as a coach, there's going to be pushback on things. That just happens in sports.
No, the problem is, no. So I did this last season.
Every once in a while,
and it was
out of bounds play.
Stop.
Not every season is the same.
No, last season was so much better. This season.
Seal.
Yes, Rico, everyone knows you know a lot about basketball. Congratulations. The issue is we have basically almost all content people. Great example. And it's all these egos, and everyone thinks, so we have 5 people you get out on the court. Is that right, Rick? I know you don't love basketball. Is that true?
Yeah,
5? Okay, good. I wanted to double check. And we have 12 people on the bench.
Fingers.
Yes, I have long, skinny fingers.
7 on
It's
the
never going to change.
It'll never change.
No, but so we have 12 people on the roster, 7 people on the bench.
Tomorrow we'll do color.
And
That was the issue. I mean, we agreed
and
to that.
and
We agreed
everyone
to that
thinks
earlier.
they should be out. Everyone thinks they're LeBron James.
We agreed to that earlier. That the roster was.
And the reason we
I
win
disagree.
is what's that?
I think there's people that get taken out, pop in when they pop in, and don't say a word.
Did you read there's a blog saying everyone's saying like
I think your offense is
works because we're 3. Yeah, and it's we're 3-0.
I haven't said a word about playing time, nor will I.
Well,
No,
yesterday.
you haven't. No, I said these people here are not the problem.
Yesterday.
But you will admit a lot of people have complained about playing time.
Yeah, it's tough with 12 people.
Everyone yesterday we won, and Klemmer kind of goes through his speech and then just walked out.
I had nothing to say to them. I'm done.
Unfortunately for him,
I forgot my mic. I gotta go back.
come back.
It was fun. Like either way, like I don't really have any. Like what else do you want? What do you want me to say?
You hate the team.
We're trying to boost them
You do.
around.
You
We
hate
got the awards.
I love every person on the team. I really care about everyone as an individual on that team. I like all of you guys.
Blurring the lines. This is what they're talking about.
As a coach of basketball, I hate half that roster. Like when it comes to strictly basketball, I hate them, and they're awful. And I'll be so happy when I don't we have 2 more games in the playoffs, which we're gonna win, and then I am done. Because these people aren't insufferable.
We win a championship, you will.
I'll be the greatest. And you know what, I'm just gonna walk away. It's glorious. I'll get my Uber and go home. It's gonna be so good. Because you know what's funny?
Don't you want us to play for you? Why would we want to play for a guy who wants to leave?
The next fucker that takes this over is gonna realize, and he's gonna be trying to be the nice guy. He'll be like the players coach at first, and then when Gia and Jack Mack and Tommy Smokes and everybody else is like, I should be out there. I can't wait to see how they handle it.
We got an undefeated team next week, and then the week after we play the lepers of all lepers.
Wait, really?
What's that team's
That'll be
name?
a scrub
The
game.
Lepers of all.
GMC crossover is actually
What's their record?
Yeah.
what?
What's the GMC crossovers record?
0-3.
Oh, GMC.
That'll be a scrub game. That'll be.
No, we might need it to make the playoffs.
I think if we win the next game.
I also want to have a good seed. I said that, and people laughed at me. It's like, all right.
It's weird though. Of course, this league.
You're right.
There's more teams in there that make the.
It's-
more teams in there. We don't play everybody.
Right.
We're good.
The other thing too, one last thing. It's 2024, and I think if we did this 30 years ago, you wouldn't have everyone like, I deserve my. It's this weird age of entitlement.
Here we go.
Am I wrong?
No, I want you to cue it up. Keep going.
No, I just think it's definitely like, and I wonder if that's part of the problem too, where it's like
Saying people
everyone
want
we have a whole
participation
generation where everyone got a medal.
You should get everyone participation trophies. That'd be funny.
That'd be so funny.
I want nothing less than
Anytime
people
someone
trophies.
complains, you just go, okay, here you go, buddy.
Gotta go out a champ. When did you guys lose in last year? The semis?
Sammy.
Yeah.
Blew a 10-point lead.
Yep.
I think it was 17.
It was huge.
Yeah, it was may have been 20.